Alright, welcome back to another episode of G-Man Fishing. This is G-Man and the G-Man daughters. We ain't got no guests with us this week. Huh? Facing too far down. Is that better? So, we're back out here at Ochco Reservoir for like the umpteenth time. We've been on a warming trend. I think the bass are going to start biting a little bit. We are getting ready to go into pre-spawn mode. So they should be looking to eat. I think today my goal is to catch my first bass of 2021. Now, I won't complain if I catch whatever I catch, as long as I catch something and I can make a good video with the daughters. And let's just hope and pray that today's a great day of fishing and you guys learn something. And we got to congratulate the winners of the contest. They have gotten their baits sent out to them. So, with that being said, I'm going to get set up and get fishing. I might do a little Keitech, maybe a chatterbait, or maybe even a crankbait. Because I think these bass, being in the warming trend, it's got to be starting that pre-spawn mode. And I think today we are going to get a bass. So I'm going to turn you guys off, get set up, and get ready to try to catch some bass. So when I'm set up and everything and we start catching some fish, we'll be back with you. G-Man out. So I'm using the Keitech. I was using my Terminator spinner bait, but it broke on me. So I need to get me some more Terminator spinner baits by, I believe it's Booyah who makes them. But there's several ways to work these Keitechs. One's just to throw out there and straight retrieve like this. And others you just jig it, use it like a jig. And I've shown that in other videos as well. But it's more of a swimming bait. You throw it out there and you retrieve it. But it works good as a trailer for a jig, or well, swim jig, or chatterbait. So there's several ways you can fish a swim bait. Well, Keitech swim whatevers. So, and like I said, it's, oh, and by the way, the reservoir is finally starting to fill up a little bit, so that's a plus. Because what they do is they pump water out of it all summer long, and then during the winter time it slowly starts to fill up, and it's finally starting to fill up a little bit. It was pretty low the last few times we've been here, but it's on the trending of starting to fill back up, which is a good thing. So, but who knows, with this warming trend, should be pre-spawn fish. They should be active, should be ready to eat. So we're just gonna work this Keitech a little bit since our Terminator bait gave up the ghost, and we're gonna go try and find some bass while the girls soak some bait. And if it gets to the point to where we're just not catching anything, and we're probably gonna try a couple things, we'll just switch to fishing a different way. We built a fire so the girls could warm up some hot dogs, and that's what they're doing right now. And they're soaking bait, so that's a plus. And I'm just throwing out there, working in this Keitech. There's the dam. I think we may have some fairly decent luck over there along the dam, but this whole area should be fairly good for catching some bass. Like I said, they should be active and on the move. So hopefully we'll get our first bass of the year, 2021. And if not, oh well, it happens. Just because they should be actively feeding and getting ready to spawn doesn't mean that they're going to cooperate with us. So we'll see what happens. So is what I'm doing right now is I'm just throwing it out there and cranking her in. and seeing what happens. Just never know. And I may be working it too fast because the water is still cold, but when they're in pre-spawn mode, they're more aggressive because they're feeding to get ready to spawn. So hopefully we can get one of these delicious, well, I don't like to eat them, but one of these bass to think that this Keitech is something delicious to eat. So we're just gonna work and work and work and work and work and try. You just never know what's gonna happen. You know, I do put out videos where we catch a lot of fish. Also put out videos where we're not catching nothing. You know, and a lot of YouTubers won't put out videos where they're not catching a fish. But like I've always said, keeping it real with y'all is my big goal. That way, you know, you guys know what's going on. You can also jig it like a jerk bait. These Keitechs are very versatile baits, and I've caught a lot of fish off them, so I trust that you know, we can catch some fish on them. We may throw some worms, plastic worms out there as well. You just never know. And next weekend I think we'll be at Haystack Reservoir, so be looking forward to that. When I'm bass fishing, I burn my baits. I don't work them too slow unless it's like a jig or a worm kind of bait. Then I'll work it slower, or like a crawfish. But like when it's springtime and they're actively feeding like crazy, you don't have to work it real slow. You can just keep it moving. So, but fortunately this time of year it's cold yet. It's on a warming trend, so it very well could be catching some bass today. Like I said, they should be getting ready to go into pre-spawn mode. So check it out, y'all. They got a fire that's almost extended. They found some monster cans and threw them in there too to melt them, I guess. But they're roasting some hot dogs, so won't be hungry. They're like, "What are we gonna eat today?" I said, "I don't know. Figure it out."
It won't stay.
If you put a rock on the end of it, it would. So we got a fire going. Here, yeah, just wipe it off. Don't just rock on the end of it. It'll hold it.
Wait. Idea. How hot is this rock?
I don't know. But anywho, we're fishing and trying to. It's actually cold enough to see your breath out here.
You didn't know that?
It don't feel like it's that cold, but hey, here we go. Look at Krista being silly over there. She found a piece of styrofoam and she decided to.
She found it.
Or Chris Rolla did, but she decided to be silly. Put it on her head like a crown or a bandana or something. Funny, huh? Fish aren't biting so well, so we're just playing some catch, killing some time. It snowed on us a couple times today. Not much, but it still snowed on us. We've had, I don't know, 4 or 5 bites, something like that. Maybe a little more, but there's nothing cooperating today here at Ochoco Reservoir. So, you know, we're just gonna, we only have a little time left, maybe an hour left, and then we're gonna go. But we figure we might as well, you know, spend the time out here and try and catch a fish for you guys in YouTube land. Just ain't worked out yet. But so we're just having some fun and enjoying. We tried lures, we tried worms, we tried power bait, float and jigs, just nothing chilling today, I guess. So, oh man, the way it goes, sometimes you miss it and then it lands up in the water. Oh well, life goes on. So if we don't catch one before the end of the day, this is G-Man out.